Hey you guys, I want to share a vision that I had last night. Um, so I'm just gonna get straight to it. I was, had a vision that I was in this train station, and weirdly enough, in the train station, been in the same train station before plenty of times. Like I don't know if there's like certain points in the spiritual realm where people go through dreams, which is it's kind of creepy. I don't really know, but I remember seeing that this train station multiple times, and I hate going there because there was something wrong with the train station where if you didn't catch the train, people would literally try to jump onto the trains like on the rails to get to their destination, which made it very dangerous. And it's even though it seems like the people that were doing this were still in America, and I say that because I know in other countries, like in Jamaica, they would do stuff like that to buses. I don't know about trains, but they would, and we don't really have much. I don't even think we have trains in Jamaica. If we do, it's a very small amount. So they would jump onto the back of the buses or to the rails. And in this train station, I've been in there multiple times, and I always thought it felt like the train station was just barbaric, like, and it's just dangerous because I remember there was other times in the dream I would be in the same train station and I would see people running to the sides of the train, like trying to catch this train, or they would run at the wrong time and trains would be coming behind them. It was just I just didn't like being in this train station in dreams. So I don't really know why God allows me to be in this train station, and I'm in this strange like in this same like spot in dreams. I've taken trains in the station and gotten lost many times, or I've been to like neighborhoods that look like very rich or ritzy that I know I didn't live, but I got lost and I was trying to get out, and I've like ran from people to like people are like chasing me or like dangerous people to this train station to like to get somewhere else to get out of a certain area. It was just I really not don't know why I always dream of this train station. But this time in this train station, I was going to a game, like a Yankees game or something. So I remember there was like a kind of like an overweight black guy in front of me, and he jumped on one of the rails to get to this game. Like he was going to the same destination, and I think in the dream other people were trying to get to this game. Like it was like a big thing, you guys. Like people were so excited. It was like a I don't know if it was like an opening game or something. I don't follow sports, you know. So I get into the actual trains, like the cart. It's like I made it into the cart, and the guy like this really over like medium, somewhat overweight black guy with like a very round head, almost kind of baldish. He jumps onto the rails. He's like, "Yeah, like man, I gotta get to this game. I gotta get to this game." Like he was real excited. So like I get to the stadium, which I'm just gonna call Yankee Stadium, and I remember going up very long stairs. And the crazy thing is, yeah, I actually I've been to is it Yankee Stadium or Met Stadium? I've been to one of these stadiums. I just can't remember which one. One of them is in New York. Just can't remember, but I went there um on a school trip, like when I was going to Flushing High School in Queens. Like the group, this I was in a program where they where like all of us like won tickets with this little small little contest we had, and a bunch of us went and we wanted to watch a Mets game. And that was the first time I've ever watched a Mets game like inside of the stadium. And some like organization gave it to our school, so I've actually been to one of these stadiums. I just can't remember which one. Was it Met Stadium, Yankee Stadium? Does the Mets have their own stadium? I don't know. Or is it the same one that they use? I really don't follow sports. So I don't know. So I remember going up these stairs, and man, these stairs were long, y'all. So many flights of stairs. And when I tell you there were hundreds of people like in these staircases, people everywhere walking around, it was just crowded. And I remember like kind of somewhat slowly going up the stairs because even as I in real life, like I don't go upstairs very fast. I'm a pace like person, like I pace myself. So as I get to the top of the stairs, man, I look out and it's like the scene is kind of like this picture here. And like the bleachers are in a full circle, y'all. I could see people with like foam hands and stuff in their hands screaming out, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I tell you guys, it was like real life. It looks just like real life. It was so real. It's so real. So I have the little foam hands, and I look out and like I don't know if this was like a VIP area, but I remember seeing guys in like a dark navy bluish coat with gray pants, and they stood at each corner of some of the staircases. I have no idea, or maybe they were like checking tickets. Not real sure, but I knew that they worked there. And they were I saw like maybe two of them, two different guys, and they were white guys with like suits on, but they worked at the stadium. And I saw people just coming as I go up the stairs, many people just walking in and out, going back and forth. It was just so packed, you guys. Excuse me. So as I'm looking at the stadium, every single seat was packed, y'all. Every seat. Man, it was so crowded, I felt claustrophobic. And then when I got up to the stairs finally, and I look out over the bleachers, I started to feel, oh man, it was just, I felt like this place is just so high. I didn't expect for it to be so high. Like I felt, I must have had, if I did have tickets, I'm not sure. I must have had the worst seats ever because I was at the peak of the bleachers, the very top, y'all, very very top, where it's almost scary to be up that high. That's how far up I was. So I look out and I hear I have the feeling while I'm standing there before I can fully go out to the entrance where the man is standing to sit in the bleachers. I feel like I heard the Holy Spirit told me I should not be there. Like I should leave. And then even as I was coming up the stairs to go, I didn't feel that I should be there. That like I shouldn't be in this place. So like it didn't take me long, you guys. I stood at the end of the staircase staring out at the guy that was dressed in the navy blue coat with the gray pants that was working there. And then I start to take the other staircase down to the left side to leave. So I started walking down the stairs, you guys, because I'm already a person that's scared of heights. So when I looked down to the bleachers and see how high up it was it was very high up. I wanted to leave anyway. And then I felt like I should not be there in my spirit. I felt I shouldn't be here. I need to leave. So I start walking down the staircase. And as I'm walking down, there was a very old woman behind me. And this woman was a Christian. I don't know how I knew she was a Christian. I never turned back to look at her face, but as I'm walking forward, I feel like I could actually see her face. Dreams are very strange. Spiritual realm was very strange. I never looked back to see her face, but me and her struck up like a very small conversation. Because as we are going down the stairs, there's, imagine hundreds of people still coming out of these staircases going up and down. So me and her, like, we couldn't even really stop to speak with each other. So she's behind me and she's telling me like I think she told me she's a Christian, or I just knew she was a Christian. But I felt like in her presence that yeah, this is a Christian woman. And I knew in the spirit that she was Christian. And she was an old white lady with like white hair. She had white hair and she was very short. She was dressed very modestly, and she was talking to me, and she was talking about God. And I think she said like, I believe she said that God told you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. That you should go right, and you should listen to God. And I don't know if this means that there's going to be something that happens at a game, whether that's an attack. I don't really know what it means. I mean, it could be interpreted many ways. I have no idea, but I remember leaving this place and feeling claustrophobic there, and there was so much people there, so many. And I could tell like those people just love the sport so much. They have a love, like almost like an idolatrous love for the baseball. This is called baseball. You just had like an idolatry. The way those people with the foam hands and stuff, they were screaming, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all I heard when I got up there. When I got to the end of the stair, I heard, yeah. Like you know, you hear screaming. It was just so loud there. But I thought it was very strange. I mean, tell me what y'all think in you know in the comments and stuff. What do you think this means? And do you think that it means that something is gonna happen at some game or something? And you know the fact that the lady behind me was also Christian, and she was speaking to me about God, and she was also leaving this game. She was leaving this building. I don't really know if something's gonna happen, but I hope not. I hope no one gets hurt. I hope it's not an attack, some terrorist thing. I really hope not. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all stay blessed in the name of the Lord Jesus.